Hey, it's Bruce here on September 26th. I think I want to start doing these in the morning again because they really help during the day. And today I had kind of a rough day to be honest. What's going on with my landlord raising the rent 50% and the tenants that I had who destroyed the apartment downstairs and owe me $6,000 are trying to skip out on that debt. Um, yeah, and I got other stuff going on in my life that I don't particularly like. So, I mean, whatever. It's just life on life's terms, right? And I think this reading is really good and really applicable. Um, some of it's hard for me to understand and imagine myself doing, perhaps. But anyway, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll read it out here. It says, thought for the day, continuing the consideration of the term spiritual experience, the acquiring of an immediate and overwhelming God consciousness resulting in a dramatic transformation, though frequent, is by no means the rule. Most of our spiritual experiences are of the educational variety, and they develop slowly over a period of time. Quite often, friends of newcomers are aware of the difference long before they are themselves. They finally realize that they've undergone a profound alteration in their reaction to life, and that such a change could hardly have been brought about by themselves alone. Is my outlook on life changing for the better? I think it is. It's pretty slow. It's taken a lot of years, but I think it's happening. I think I can say it's happening for sure. Some days are better than others. The meditation for the day, look at the world as your Father's house. So think of all people as you meet as guests in your Father's house, to be treated with love and consideration. Look at yourself as a servant in your Father's house, as a servant of all. Think of no work as beneath you. Be ever ready to do all you can for others who need your help. There is gladness in God's service. There is much satisfaction in serving the highest that you know. Express your love for God in service to all who are living with you in your Father's house. And the prayer for today. I pray that I may serve others out of gratitude to God. I pray that my work may be a small repayment for His grace so freely given me. So, I mean, the notes I made are pretty much identical to what was said there. Just try and put it in my own words a little bit. Um, it goes like this. So, spiritual experience is the subject. Maybe when life sucks, but I still love it. Maybe that's a spiritual experience. Most of my spiritual experiences are of the educational variety. And just to go back to that first statement, when I say life sucks, it's like when I feel like life sucks, but I still love it. That's kind of a spiritual experience because really it's just my reaction to life that sucks. It's not life actually sucking because life is great. It's always great. Always the right things happening. It's just the headspace that I'm in that isn't the right headspace. So, anyway, most of my spiritual experiences are of the educational variety. They develop slowly over time. Um, maybe other people notice the change before I do. I'm not really sure if they do or not. Maybe I should ask my wife and son, my family. Sometimes I notice that I have a different reaction to life, one that's more tempered or grounded than I would have had before. But then there are days when I'm all, you know, mayhem up in my brain, all mayhem and, you know, biblical, in my thoughts are all like Old Testament kind of thinking. Um, medieval maybe is a word for it. And it's not good, but anyway, sometimes I have a different reaction. Sometimes I have a more peaceful reaction to life, and that's the one I want to have. I want to have react with a pause, with serenity, and just really humility, where I can see reality for what it really is as it's unfolding, as opposed to having a strong reaction to reality, and then processing that and coming back and realizing, well, hey, it's not as bad as I think it is. That's kind of what I do now. Is sometimes I overreact or I react strongly to it, and then I process it a bit. I calm down and I get some space, and I go, oh, okay, well, it's not so bad that my rent's going up 50% because I have a place to live, and I still have. If I had to move, I would have to pack all my stuff in boxes. I would have to find another place, and that place would likely be even more expensive than it's going to be to live here. So I got to look at the good side of things, and I don't know what the good side of having somebody owe you $6,000 is and not paying you, but I'm sure if I keep looking, I'll find it. Maybe I can use it as a write-off or a charitable contribution. I mean, I wish I had $6,000. I wish I had that money to give to a charity. I really do. Um, but maybe what I'll do is collect it and give it away again. I think that's probably a good thing. Um, collect it from the bastards that owe it to me, and then give it away to some people that are less fortunate. I think that would be a good thing. And I won't feel bad about collecting it at all. So anyway, getting back to the notes, kind of going off on a tangent there, but sometimes I notice I have a different reaction to life, one that's more tempered or grounded, and that really depends on my spiritual fitness at the time, which depends upon the amount of sleep I've had the night before, which depends upon regular practice of meditation and prayer and yoga and stuff like that. It's about me doing self-care, getting to gatherings, having good conversations with people, talking to my sponsor, writing, doing all those tools that really are good for recovery from addiction. So my outlook does change for the better, although at stressful times it's still pretty dark and gloomy, bitter, cynical, and black, revengeful, resentful, and hateful. But it is slowly changing, and I do catch myself in those weaker states, and I do my best to correct those moods using prayer and meditation and writing and talking and other positive actions like fellowship and work with other addicts. So, yeah, that's what I wrote down. And I kind of mentioned that too as I was talking there. So, anyway, the meditation about looking at all others as guests in God's house, that is so cool. It's like looking at all the other human beings on this planet, as guests to be treated with love and consideration. That's it. Wow, is that ever a cool concept? Because obviously there's so many that I don't. I mean, I just mentioned bastards, so there's people that I don't like on this planet, and there's people I'm not very happy with. And if I could look at them all as guests in God's house and treat them with love and consideration, wouldn't that be cool? Looking at myself as a servant to all those people, where no work is beneath me, where I'm always ready to do all I can for others who need my help. That would be so great if I could serve these people, somehow serve them and respect them and consider their feelings, I guess. But at the same time, the world dictates that I need to collect from them, So how I do that, I don't know. But anyway, I will do my best to express my love for God through service to all who are living with me in God's house on this planet. So the prayer is, I pray that I may serve others out of gratitude towards God. I pray that my work may be a small repayment of His grace so freely given me. Amen. Thanks. And just reading from Hazeldene's 24 Hours a Day meditation book. Thanks for listening. Bye.